everybody! Hello, hello, hello. I should probably once again check to make sure that my audio is working, so there can be a slight echo. I want to pause the music for a second so it doesn't sound too bad. Cool. I'm still paranoid about that. Hello. Alright, so we're gonna get right into it after I finish chewing this gummy bear. Okay, so I'm gonna mute the audio here for a second because I want to start with Henotis Grandis, and I wanted to start like 15 minutes ago, and I was like, I'm gonna play a game of Mahjong Soul, and those are quick, those don't take very long, and you know what? It was a quick match. It was just an East 4, and it took like 30 minutes. With the amount of free time that I have right now, Ethloon, I am spending probably way more time in Mahjong than I need to. Anyways, I wanted to start off with two things. One, I wanted to do like a bunch of fish and Shadowbringers because I think those are fun. But I also wanted to start with Henotis Grandis because, one, I haven't talked about the metal spinner tech yet. I don't have a video on it, so I'm gonna kind of just, if you don't mind, I'm going to do both at once, and then we're going to go into the other fish. So, let me hide this for a second and get rid of you guys as well, because I don't need those up right now. So I want to explain the metal spinner tech. I want to open with that because it is still something that folks need to know about. So with Henotis Grandis, with the addition of the Aiden custom delivery, Metal Spinner is now like the new go-to bait for Henotis Grandis because it has a higher bite rate for spearfish squid. And the way this ends up working is kind of weird, but what you end up doing is it works best if it is with an Ondo Kelp slap. So I'm going to catch an Ondo Kelp because it's like 50% of the bites on Metal Spinner are Ondo Kelp. But if you slap it, now any bite after 23 seconds, which is going to be a lot more, is going to be spearhead squid. So you can use that and just mooch and use this during prep and use this during the whole window. So I made a note of this on the Henotis Grandis video guide itself. But basically, anytime you get a weak bite over 23 seconds or 12 seconds with chum, it's going to be a spearhead squid. And you can just start gathering a bunch of these. So this might be a spearhead squid. It might be a shell fracture kelp because I'm reeling in a little early. But it's a spearhead squid, and then you can just go ahead and mooch it or do whatever you want with it. That's like the new metal spinner tech for Henotis, and something that I think a lot of people should be using. Don't use short bill minnow much anymore right now. Like metal spinner is definitely the best in slot bait for Henotis. Okay, that was all that was the spiel that I needed to do for my video guide. Hopefully it'll work. Anyways, hi everyone. Hello, Wordnay, Eventide, Ethloon, Mahjong Hrothgar. We are going to be playing Mahjong later because I've just been in a mood for Mahjong. Like, genuinely, that has been my primary thought. Today, I had a bunch of energy to do Mahjong, and that's what I've been doing. So, We're going to do Mahjong today. It'll be on Crystal if you want to join. But when we're not doing Mahjong, we're probably not going to do Mahjong for like at least an hour because there are some fish coming up that I want to go for on this character specifically. And they're all weirdly in... Like, they're almost all weirdly in Kalusia. So we're going to do that, which is going to be, you know, chill, have a little bit of fun. And then we're just, we're going to do that. Some of you might be going like, hey, what is, you know, what's up with Dave the Diver? We're still going to be playing Dave the Diver. I just didn't, I didn't have the right energy for it tonight. If I'm very honest, I've had a lot of stuff going this week where I've just been going all over the place. This is a scuffed notice run. I've just had a lot of energy and I've been going all over the place with stuff. And I was just like, I really want to do Dave, but I decided not to do it today. But I definitely will be doing it next week at some point. It might not be Thursday nights. It might be Monday. It might even be Sunday. I might do something Sunday or Monday or Tuesday afternoon, but it'll be one of those days. At worst, it'll be next Thursday. But we'll get back to Dave. We're definitely going to finish Dave on stream. Yeah, I've also been focusing on a bunch of stuff for the end of the month. Speaking of the end of the month, you have... I have to remember to schedule a post for it. 2 weeks left. If you're going to be at FanFest North America in 2 weeks, the RSVP for the aquarium closes. Now, does that mean you can't come? No, you totally can, but it just means that I'm not going to buy the ticket for you. So, just a heads up on that. If you're going to be at the aquarium already and anyways, just let me know ahead of time so I know how many people are going to be there, so I can kind of give the aquarium a little bit of warning. Alright, so what's next? We're just going to hop over. Do I have bait bugs? Let me get comfortable here. I have 6 bait bugs. Let's go quickly swing over to Yulmore and grab some. But, yeah, so we're just going to mostly do some fishing tonight. I think next week, too, I'll be doing another learning fish train. I've been really trying to get a bit more regular with those, like do them every other week, do them every week. But because right now things time-wise are a little weird for me, I just haven't been able to be able to be like, all right, every other Sunday we're doing this, or every other Thursday we're doing it, or something like that. So I haven't gotten there yet, but I do hope to at some point. So, alright, we're gonna grab White Ronso really quick, because it's right here, and then we'll go over to the Unforgiven, which shouldn't be that hard to pick up. I say that, knock on wood. Let's see, Lower Watts River, you are precision hook set. Some nice stream ambient here. Let me turn, let's bring Philip back too. There we go. So anyways, yeah, it's been a weird week for me. I had like I thought I was having a cold over the weekend. If you watched, I streamed on Saturday. And if you watched that, I was like really struggling with like nose issues, and I thought I was getting a cold, but I didn't, thankfully. Okay, this is literally just a slap and chum for a few minutes. But no, fortunately didn't get a cold, but it's been just, like, this week the weather's been all over the place, and I've been dealing with, like, job hunting stuff, and let me tell you, job market's not great for my industry, but doing my best out here. And I put a bunch of time and effort into this year's April Fool's thing, which I will say, because I said it in the Fish Court today, it isn't going to be Final Fantasy XIV related, but it will be fishing related, and it follows the theme of "and now for something completely different." So please look forward to that. I'll probably drop that March 31st. And it's interactive, meaning you will be able to be involved with the thing. So, I think, what do we got coming up here? So we have White Ronso for another minute or so. Then we have the Unforgiven which is up right now, but it's one of those fish where if I remember correctly, it's not necessarily a very difficult bite to grab. So that'll be quick, and then we'll go to Naboth Saw, and then Aquamaton. Yeah, Unforgiven's a powerful Uxet fish in a fishing hole of weak bites, so that'll be easy. Hopefully. Knock on wood. But yeah, we'll do Naboth Saw, then right after that we'll do... we'll get ready for an Aquamaton window, and then we'll just do Aquamaton for a while. Then Maru Crab, and then Aster Trivy, and then maybe after Aster Trivy we'll switch over to the main and do... Let's cast. Then we'll start doing some Mahjong. Or we'll just go to Black Jet, and I think it's like... There's like a back-to-back Aquamaton window, too. Maru Crab somewhere in there as well. So it's going to be a bunch of just Shadowbringers fish today. Yeah. Maru Crab are based on Yeti crabs, which are deep sea creatures that live on hydrothermal vents in like the deep sea. And they're fascinating. Also kind of weird looking. If you get weirded out by crustaceans, I would maybe not look at a picture of a Yeti crab, like a real life one, but they come in a variety of different, like they have a variety of species because they all develop on these hydrothermal vents, and they can't leave the vicinity of these vents because that's where all their food source is. That's where the bacteria that's in the hair on the crabs gathers its energy, and then the crab basically cleans itself of the bacteria that's on the hair, and that's what it eats to live. So it doesn't actually eat anything directly, it just keeps cleaning itself, and it just eats what the bacteria that's on it. But that bacteria can't survive outside of those hot hydrothermal vents, because when you're at the deep ocean, it's very cold, very high pressure, and the bacteria cannot live past those vents. So if the bacteria can't live, the Yeti crabs can't live. And so from my understanding, there's very little intermingling of the different species. So within like a square mile, or even like just a few hundred meters of each other, you can have 3 or 4 different species of Yeti crab based on the number of, or just like based on the positioning of where all the hydrothermal vents are. If they're not close enough, they're if they're too far away, then they're gonna all develop themselves. Anyways, nice, quick and easy fish there. We have 9 minutes to a bath saw. Do we have... Is there another fish up that we could quickly grab before then? Allow me to look. Is anything about to come up is the next question. Oh, I guess we could go do Meteor Survivor if I don't have that already. I think that I was originally planning to do that, but then I was like, nah, we'll just do Shadowbringer's Fish. Definitely don't need these really quick. Yeah, Yeti crabs are very, very strange in that sense. Usually when I show pictures of them, like I've talked to people at work, and I did a Gateway Fate presentation panel that you can watch on my YouTube channel talked about Yeti crabs, and I even was like, hey, just by the way, they look weird. Just fair warning, these guys look a little strange. Alright, doing a quick Meteor Survivor. I know I said we were going to do all the Shadowbringer's Fish, but I gave myself this gap, apparently. You're in the Salt Strand. I probably could use... Oh yeah, no, I definitely could be using Ambitious Lure here. Let me just do this, cast, and go. Nope. What? Why is that? Hold on. No, not tartar sauce. I want my Tartarus. Which profile am I on? Because I installed a new profile for another... I am. That's what I thought. Aha. That's why that's weird. There we go. Now I should be on a correct profile. I have a, I think Yoshi P years ago. I don't know why I keep referencing this, because most people probably weren't playing when he was talking about them. But a while ago, Yoshi P was talking about how he plays with a side gamepad. And that is... It was after he showed that one off, because he was talking about the one that, the Final Fantasy XIV branded one that he plays with. I started looking into them because I was getting tired of keyboard and mouse. It was hurting my wrist. And I found Tartarus, which is by Racer, and not sponsored or anything, but I got one. And it was weird to start playing with, but now I can't play Final Fantasy XIV without it now. And my hand feels so much better when I'm playing with it. So, if you don't want to play with controller, but you feel like you need to use something else with your hands, I recommend one of these little side controller things. So you want to stick this time? Thank you. Okay, now we can go prep for the boss saw. Try to go pick up some jerked ovum. Oh, hold on. There we go. This is like literally the only fish that you need jerked oven for, and you don't even need it. It just helps to have it. I also need to migrate my HUD over to this character at some point. We have someone here already. Oh, I can't see. Oh. Because they are down on the edge. Wait, go. The boss saw hasn't really changed too much in terms of fishing. You can use Ambitious Lure, you can use Spareful Hand, but like the general prep hasn't changed. It's just a little bit more in depth. Yeah, you can totally just use Ambitious Lure to get either a Horn Helm, and if you get a Horn Helm, you slap it, you get an Evolved Saw instead. The other fun thing too is that you can mooch this Horn Helm if you want, and have a chance at getting a crap, name of the fish, Desert Saw. That's it. Which is what you need to mooch into a Naboth Saw. I think because we have the window opening in like a minute. I'm just gonna use you. I can't, okay. Off just by a little bit of GP. But that's fine. By the time the window opens, I'll have a cordial. I'll be able to use Patience 2, because I can't use Makeshift yet. And then I can just start mooching that saw if this isn't one. What? Alright, we'll just wait a second. This will basically fill up our GP, Patience, and go. Which is more cringe, fishing or Mahjong? Can I say neither? I don't think Mahjong's that cringe. I mean, if you want to explain to me why you think it's cringe, that's fine, but I don't think it is. Plenty of people don't think it is. It's a fun game. You're a Sanma main? Isn't Sanma like that thin fish? Like that silvery fish? If it's something else, you're gonna have to explain that to me too, because I am old and not hip and with it. Ah. Oh, see, I actually like... I thought it was Sanba. My birthday's tomorrow, so like let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Also, I love three-player Mahjong. If anything, I actually like 3 more than 4-player, but that's just because 3 supports my playstyle a little bit more right now. Alright, 3 minutes on this guy left. Someone answered your question in the other chat. It's clearly fishing is more cringe, just because you cringe when a ferocious bite slips. Aggressive and fast, yeah. I'm very... I prefer to play very aggressively. And happy birthday, Zalgod. Yeah, Mel. Me and Pando share a birthday. Actually, it's weird how many people I know who have a birthday on March 6th. You'll furtin to save Tempai if I need to not play something that hasn't been discarded. I will 100% do the same thing. But if there's also like 12 tiles left in the wall, I will aggressively push myself into Tempai as well. So like, yeah. And 3-player Mahjong just makes that way easier to do because you have one whole suit left to worry, like you don't have to worry about. I find it way more interesting. Yeah, Mel, I don't say anything. It's actually sometimes good when we play Mel because if I don't have someone to slow me down, then I just start getting into bad habits. Yeah, I try not to get into the position where I force a Tenpai with only 3 left. I try and do it a little bit before that. Unless I'm like really desperate. I had a 3-player game this morning that I learned a new Yaku this morning. Which is, what was it called? I don't know the Japanese name. I don't learn those. This might be our last cast. Twice pure double sequence, which is a pure double sequence, but twice. So in my case, it was a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of all the same suit twice. I had no idea that was a Yaku. Yeah, I picked it up this morning in a 3-player match on Mahjong Soul. It was a 14 Han 2. It was Ricci, fully concealed, Pin Fu, pure twice pure double sequence, full flesh, red 5, Kita, and that was it. 14 Han. Probably my best hand that I've ever had. And definitely one of my rarest Yakus. Alright, let me make sure I have everything I need for Aquamaton here. I definitely don't have enough of those, so we can go fix that. You should be fine. You should be okay. Squid strip. Hold on, where are you, Aquamaton? Oop, you broke. Moibi shrimp. Moibi. Okay, I do need to go pick those up in Yulmore anyway, so we'll just go grab more squids, and then we'll go grab more Moibis. Yeah, the one hand, like my dream hand right now is that I somehow pull off all greens. Just because I think that would just be really fun. Squiddies. And grab some boykies over here. I think all green would be fun to go for. I've come close a couple of times. I've had like a few full flushes with bamboo, but it was always like I had to drop a 7 in order to finish it, and it just always ruined it. And then I'm going to wait. I do love it. Yeah, all greens as a Yaku. The thing is, when I first started learning, and this was like over a year ago now, I learned about all green. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was playing a game, and I got almost all green. And I was like, oh, this is great. So I started pushing for it. And it ended up being just a full flush in the end. I was like, well, that's weird. I thought it was all green. I didn't realize that when it said all green, it didn't mean a full flush of bamboos. It meant that you couldn't have any other color on your tiles. And so the 7s, the 5s, and the 1s couldn't be used. Anyways, we're going for Aquamaton. Aquamaton, if you're just getting started, Aquamaton's a good fish, a good legendary fish to kind of start easing yourself into, because it has basically a little bit of everything. You have multiple intuitions to go for. You have a lot of bait swapping that you need to deal with. You have to keep an eye on timings. You have to keep an eye on your GP, because you need to have enough to go into the intuition with. You have a lot of things that you can manage, and Aquamaton is much easier now. Well, I don't want to say easier. And I'm going to do a video on this next week where I'm going to talk about how fish don't actually get nerfed. But Aquamaton isn't easier. You just have skills now like Ambitious Slayer that helps make it bite a little bit more often. seen at least 75 Final Fantasy XIV streams on your feed in one day. That is, I'm sorry, but also, have you heard of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV with a free trial up to level 70, including the Heavensward and Stormblood expansions? Anyways, we have our shapes. We just need now our... We have to start prepping for Shade at this point, which is up in 18 seconds, so I'm not going to do too much. I think I'm just going to try and grab a slap here on Squid Strip. How's COD looking for a slap? Yeah, that'll do. And, okay. So, shapes are up. Shades are up. Shapes are always up. Shade shifters are not. But, yeah, no. Yeah, I went through today and looked at all the different Yaku to kind of just get myself familiar with what the options were, because like I didn't realize that it was a Yaku, and a big Yaku, like a high point Yaku for like a pure double sequence, or a twice pure double sequence. So that was fun to learn. But I was looking at some of the other ones, and a lot of them are just like, oh, this just looks nice. Like 9 gates, where you have to have like a 1 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 9, and then that leaves you with a 9-sided weight. What I need to look that one. I need to look into that one a bit more, because what I didn't realize was, or what I don't know, is if that is like a partial. Like, could I get like a 1-1? Or can my weight be a 1, or do I have to have a 9-sided weight? I think I have to have the 9-sided weight, because I think that is the... I think that's the actual Yaku, not the hand itself. Oh, you don't have to have a 9-sided weight. Okay. Oh, okay. That's very good to know. That's good, because now whenever I work on a flush, I could work on that. Oh, okay, I'm seeing it now. There's 2 versions. The impure 9 gates is where you have a not where you don't have a 1-sided weight, and then the pure 9 gates is when you have the 9-sided weight. Okay. That makes sense. I've been 2 away a ton of times, yeah. Hey, just slap Flounder if you need to. Close all these things. Let's see if we actually get a shade shifter. There's a good chance we don't. I have definitely seen windows where we don't get shades. We got really fortunate with our shapes. Going to a Furtane with a 9-way weight. I feel like if you're going into Furtane, having a 9-sided weight is probably the way to do it. For those who don't know Mahjong, Furtane is a state that you can put yourself into if the tile that you need to complete your hand is a tile that you have already discarded. So if I say need a 6, if I had already discarded a 6 beforehand, then I would be in for a 10 if I needed that 6. And basically that means I can't call, if anyone else discards a 6, I can't call that to finish my hand. I have to have it dealt in. I have to draw it from the pile. Okay, it looks like it's been confirmed. We have another legendary fish day coming up, like, really soon. According to Forpus on the fish cord and confirmed by Caf Kaleo, who did the last legendary day, all 30 legendary fish will be up between, in my time zone, 5:06 p.m. Eastern on Friday, March 20th to 12:56 p.m. Saturday, March 21st. We had one of these last year where it was a 28-day period, or a 28-hour period. This one's a 20-hour period. So you could, in theory, have a fish train, because we've done 24-hour fish trains before. Here, shade shifters. Hello to everyone who's just joining, by the way. Today we're doing some fishing in the Final Fantasy XIV, and we will be doing some Mahjong in a little bit as well. Mostly because that's just what I felt like doing today. Dave the Diver will be back next week. I don't know exactly which day. Next Thursday at the latest, I think. But Dave the Diver will be back next week, and we will definitely be working on finishing that up here in the next few weeks. Wabba Smash, thank you for the follow. Right, we got 3 minutes left on this shade, so we'll see if we can grab it. My Twitch backend here is doing the thing where it's like, hey, your preview on our end is going to make it look like you're 6 hours behind. Let's see. So we'll have like 5 minutes. Do we have anything to do in between this? We could go quickly run and grab and see if we can grab Basking Shark. I don't think we'll need a ton of time for Maru Crab, at least not to prep, because it's pretty much forced. You can force the mooches out. Though, unlucky that we did not get a Shade Shifter bite yet. Start throwing in some Modest Slurs. Modest Slur isn't really useful here, but because I'm limited on my time right now, I want to make sure that I'm getting as many precision hooks that bites as I can in the remaining time that I have left. So this is very much a desperation move. Hey Vixus, I'm doing well. And I think, are you looking for a Quamaton, Vixus? Was there a spawn somewhere? Alright, this is definitely last cast. Ah, bummer. Okay. Alright, we have 5 minutes until Maru, but we don't need all of that time. We say hi to the hunters. Also, man, they got onto that super quick. Let's go quickly jump over to Oxandu. Quamaton is the one with the fun tidbit. If you haven't caught a Quamaton yet, or you don't intend to, I definitely recommend looking up its guide entry, because it basically says something to the effects of that this creature, or this fish, was built by dwarves for underwater mining operations, and when they threw it into the water to test it and begin mining, it was so happy to be free that it escaped like a puppy. It just got super happy like a puppy and escaped. And I think they actually used the term puppy. It's also a medium fish that's like 4 feet long. It's one of those weird fish where the size doesn't necessarily match, because it's like, I mean, it's 4 or 5 feet. Like, a dwarf could fit it, basically. And you go look at the aquarium and it's like a foot long. Anyways, we're quickly going to just kill some time going for Basking Shark, the Heaven's Word equivalent of Maru Crab. And then we'll jump back in a couple of minutes. It won't take that long to get us to Maru. This is a little easier with full H or GP, but whatever. So is Basking? Basking's powerful, right? Because it's a big guy. Yeah. It's Soul of the Martyr. That's a precision hook set, but we don't care about that. Does it say? Yes, it does. Question is, how big is it? Because Basking Shark is the record size fish if you are going for skies. So this is definitely a new personal best. That's 535.5. What is the largest size for a basking shark? It is... Sorry, not skies, islands. Floating islands. 539.2. So we're not that far off. We're 3.7 ilms off max size. That's pretty good. Another fun fact about fishing that I haven't talked about this a bit, but I might do a video on too, is size records. This is a niche part of fishing, where there's a good amount of people who specifically go for size records, but you can get each biome that you fish in has its own size record. So for space, it's not actually Philania, it's sidereal whale. For salt lakes, it's Stethecanthus. Aether chemical pools, it is a toss-up between S-fan or Esh-fan or Chlorophosis deathworm, I think. Some of the other ones, chain shark is for coastlines, Hyphalosaurus for rivers, Lystracanthus for lakes, which is always fun because like you talk about the source and people are like, oh yeah, the source. It's like this huge body of water. It's a lake. Halfgoofa for deep sea. So I get myself back to the Tempest. Basking shark for floating islands. Ambling caltrop for sand. Shonisaurus problematicus, Chlorophosis deathworm, Stethecanthus, and sidereal whale. And then for spearfishing, each zone has their own record size based on the silhouette of the fish that you're going for. So like small in the Ruby Sea has its own size. Average and big have their own. And then Yangsha has their own, Azim Steppe have their own, so like each zone has one. So if you are ever looking for more stuff to do for fishing, highly recommend checking out records. Why hello, Twilight Sopery. Sopery. I botched that, I am sorry. I'm doing fine. I'm cool to hear that Twitch is recommending some fishing. But I am doing well. How are you? Alright, Maru's already up, so we can just get right into the thick of this. I am fairly confident that I am the only Final Fantasy XIV streamer who consistently streams fishing. Oh, I need to do the advanced merchants because I need the hair. As weird as it sounds, I collect hair. I may not use it, but I collect it. Also, I need to remember that Maru crab is a precision hook set fish, not powerful. My first time out ever going for Maru crab, I forgot that, and I used powerful hook set. Viera are great. I think all of my mains, or all of my alts except one, is Viera. The one that isn't is Elizin. I just like tall, lanky characters with long ears. Love you, Aaronville. wife and I did the boss today. It was rough. She barely did EX stuff. I can do EXs. I used to raid in Shadowbringers. I did the entirety of Eden on tank. And then after that, I just kind of retired. I was just like, I don't have the energy to deal with Savage Raid anymore. All your characters are Here males. I did Here for a while. It took me, see what, I've been playing for, I think it'll be 11 years this year. I started in Heaven's Ward. And I have played, my main has been every race except Rogadin. And Hrothgar, technically. But I have an ult that, I had an ult for a while that was our Hrothgar. Nice, legacy characters. Savage raiding was not hard enough, so I decided to do big fishing instead, yeah. No, I actually stopped raiding, it was right around, like, mid-pandemic. And I stopped raiding because I went back to school. So, I didn't have time to do both, and I was getting a little tired of it. And then, when I got out of school, I did the aquarium, and then that just kind of carried on the fishiness. But I think if I had, well, I'm saying this with a ton of time right now, but if I had more energy to do it, I would probably raid more. But if I raid now, I think I would just want to do some ultimates. Doing Fru is on my list. I still have to go clear M4S though, which I can do whenever I want. I just have to call on some friends to do it. I just haven't done it yet. And then T. I want to do DSR at some point as well, but that's like that's a stretch goal. But I want to do Fru, I want to do T, and the whole bit for that is I want Fruity to have done Fruity. Like, that's the bit. But I also really like Alexander. I loved the Eden raids. And I love Heaven's Ward, which is why I want to do DSR as well. I can totally pass on Omega. But I've already done Uwu, so I have Ultima Weapon, and I started UCOB, and I think we made it to the first or second Blackfire trios, or whatever they're called. And then we kind of stopped because I think the final tier of Eden came out, and then I never went back. But yeah. I started doing T. I really do want to do T at minimum. If I don't do Fru, that's fine. But if I do T, like, I know I can do T in a few weeks. I really just want to do that because I love the weapons. I love Alexander's like whole motif and theme. Heaven's Ward is probably my favorite expansion stylistically. I was just taking a friend who just started like a few weeks ago. By a few weeks ago, I think it's been over a month now. I was taking a friend through the Alexander raids, and we were just like, I was just talking him through it and explaining stuff. And I did learn though that Alexander, before he stands up, the parts where he sticks his limbs out of the bubble, they just have rocks with the same collision, so you can stand there and not really spoil anything, which I thought was kind of fun. I also don't think they haven't done a raid entrance like Alexander, have they? Because they just gave, after Alexander, they just gave them all lobbies. Like, Omega has the lobby. Someone just got a single weight for concealed triplets. Oh no. Goodbye to whoever dealt in on that. Oh wait, no, that would have been double Yakuman. That would have been a sumo, yeah. I had one 3-player Mahjong game where I was doing so well, somebody came in, got 13 orphans. I dealt into single Yakuman 13 orphans, survived, and still won the game. Oh, they were just 78k Ron. Oh no. I'm assuming that just ended the game. Like, that person just won. Alright, we got 3 minutes left, so we got till 20. Oh, I miss Pearl Pipra. Man. Hey, we are just not having a good time here with Maru. Well, maybe after the Aster Trivia window, so say in about, I think maybe in about 15 minutes we can play some Mahjong. So I want to get through the Aster window. Should probably be using Chum here, but oh well. Oh, I'm still a metal spinner. Crap. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is something that comes up all the time, and I just wasn't paying attention because they're similar sounding and they both work. A lot of people before level 100 will look at Maru Crab and look at like the bait distribution and what bites on what, and see that Metal Spinner only has Ancient Shrimp and Stormfish on it. Shortbill Minnow also has only Stormfish and Ancient Shrimp, and so they're like, well, Metal Spinner should be better because it's what they use for like sea butterfly and all these other fish. Technically, Shortbill Minnow is actually better because it has quicker bite times. This lure specifically has much longer bite times, so you would want to use Shortbill Minnow. So I just probably lost like 2 casts this whole window, but this is a Maru Crab bite if it's not a disconnect. But will it stay? Nope. And that was the end of the window. Well, we got a bite at the end. That's good. Fishing? Here's the thing with fishing. It isn't... No. Fishing is no more complicated than Mahjong or a raid or any other system in the game. What throws people off a lot and why it makes it feel like it's complicated is because it isn't something that is super intuitive. You don't, like, there is no other game like Final Fantasy XIV's that has fishing like this. You don't typically have, like, weather and time and bait considerations that you have to bring in, but even though those all exist in other fishing games, or other fishing minigames at least. Where am I going down here? So it isn't necessarily complicated. It's just that it isn't as clear as to what is going on, and the feedback you get isn't as clear as well, which can lead to it feeling complicated. Is Aether locked down? Because I'm not planning to go to Aether. I'm staying here on Crystal. Yeah. The thing with fishing is you can put in as much as you want and still succeed. Like with Maru Crab, if you just wanted to use short-bill minnow and just cast out and just take whatever comes, you would be fine. It would be great. Like, you could still catch Maru Crab. There's very few ways, as long as you're using the right bait, and you're able to get the intuitions if you need it and stuff like that. It's very hard to not fish correctly. The thing that comes in that the complexity starts coming in when you want to be like super optimized or like really want to make efficient use of your time. That's when it starts getting a little bit more intricate, because basically every fish is its own like boss battle. I usually compare it to raiding in a way, because whenever you approach a different fish, it's going to be a slightly different approach for what you're doing. Sometimes it's shared, like sometimes there's shared strategies, like with Aster Trivy, it's a relatively shared strategy of, it's a straight catch fish. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z thing that I'll do for all these other straight catch fish. But for other fish, like some of the ones that we just got with 7.4, like Punity Pain, that might be a little bit more intricate. That's going to have a more bespoke, a more bespoke approach. It's going to have its own strategy. So yeah. And to your point, Eurochan, it can be very daunting at first, because there's this many fish. I mean, what is that? That's 100 per page. Yeah, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 100 per page. There's 15 pages, 15 and a half pages. So just in overworld fish, there's 1,450. And then you switch over to spearfishing, which I don't have unlocked. I don't have that unlocked? I don't have that unlocked. That's weird. I should go do that. I should go fix that. Because that would be another 35 bait. GP. But spearfishing is another 200-300 fish as well, and its own mechanics and stuff like that. So it is very, very daunting from the start. But as you said, if you go one expansion at a time, one region at a time, some people are starting to go like one bait at a time. It's way easier. So, anyways, I don't think I know it's very biased of me to come in and say I don't think fishing is all that complicated, says the guy who makes the guides and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't think, having done, Triple Triad and raiding and all these other different things in the game, I don't think it's any more complicated than any other of those things. If you can raid, you can fish. If you can play triple triad, you can fish. If you can play Mahjong, you can fish. Alright, so I'm doing a little trick here where you cast out early and then use Modest Slur. And then you use your final one when you would have normally cast it. And you get basically a 0 time max charged lure bite. Do you need to do this? No. Does it help? Maybe. But yeah, basically every fish is its own little strategy, but once you've done it enough, like I'd say if you've done Feast of Famine and like the Beast of Brewer's Beacon, you know all the strategies you need for like 98% of fish. Like that one quest basically introduces you to any of all strategies that you're going to need. The only thing that you don't run into is Hidden Fish, which is a Dawn Trail exclusive thing right now. And spearfishing. Which spearfishing is... in Dawn Trail, they gave us no new spearfishing skills, no new spearfishing traits. Even like the new Levinchrome Aether Sand. I say new, but it was patch 7.3. Levinchrome Aether Sand doesn't even have a spearfish this time around, which, if I'm honest, was probably a good decision because spearfishing for sands was broken. Not like bugged out broken, but straight up it was ridiculously good yields. To the point where you just would never even consider using Botanist or Miner. But now that it's an overworld fish with still very good yields, people are more likely to also do Botanist and Miner, and they don't feel like they have to do Fisher. Feels like they forgot about spearfishing. I don't know if they forgot about it. I think it felt very intentional, given the amount of thought that so far has gone into fishing in Dawn Trail outside of Cosmic Exploration, but that's a rant from last time. I think they really just were like, let's make overworld fishing good because that's where all the content is. Now, if they were to come back in 8.0 and say, hey, now we have big spearfish, now we're talking. Because that's what I want to see, is I want spearfishing to have big fish. Or some equivalent of it. Yeah, I don't think any of the reduction stuff is all that hard. Fisher usually gets looked at because it's always up compared to Botanist and Miner who have timed nodes. So you can basically just keep doing it. But with spearfishing, it was like consistent and it was very easy to max out. So Fisher is still the best place to get script though. The one thing I have learned about, having played 14 for however many years now, the one thing that I have just decided was whatever they choose to do, they're doing it for their own reason, and I don't believe anything until it comes out. Which it felt like a lot of people struggled with this expansion. But just from experience and, you know, having been around here, if they say, yeah, we're going to be doing this, it's cool. Don't get excited until they start talking about it in the live letter, showing you what's going on. Is this Snail or is this Trivy? One Trivy. Okay, let's really quickly see if we can get it back to back. Just for the hell of it, let's see if we can get back to back Aster Trivy. We got back to back Charbonnet on the last stream, so. Or 2 streams ago. Damn it. I think it might be Aster Trivia again. Oh, okay, good. Man, if that happened twice, I would question my account's luck. Alright, cool. Free jacketed snail. Sweet. Alright, what do we have for fish that are coming up that we can kind of jump through? We can skip you. Okay. Nothing's coming up that I will feel like going for, so why don't we switch back to the main and we'll actually do some Mahjong. Because I want to do that too, and I am making the decision. Yeah. It wouldn't... if Loon, if you saw the double Charbonnet, you knew it wouldn't be the first time. I don't know if I've double Astered yet. That might be a new one. Trying to think of all the big fish that I haven't doubled yet. I should probably be keeping track of that. I've also just kind of decided that I'm not counting like some fish I have to get like 5 of instead of 2. Because they're just too easy to get. Ondosai, Drepanapsis now is basically... The question isn't... If you're level 100 going for Drepanapsis, the question is not, how do I catch it? It's, how many am I going to catch? Because Ambitious Lure just ran through Grim and the Grim and Enid, and just destroyed that fishing hole. Which happens when new skills get added. And I think the next ramble video will be about, what do I have it? What did I call it? Where is my notes? Thanks, Blue. Have a wonderful dinner. Yeah, so my next ramble video, which I haven't recorded yet. I'll probably record it tomorrow or Monday. Is going to be on fish progression and how fish get nerfed. Give me 1 second to refresh my water and make a couple of posts. Moogle, no. So we got confirmation. You're talking about Purse of Riches. And we got confirmation that Purse of Riches, as far as we know, is working as intended. So if we see a change, we might see it in 7.5. But as of now, yeah, no, it's working. It's working as intended. Okay, if you want to come play some Mahjong, you can join me on Marlborough. I'm just going to queue for full and quicks, just so that we get some folks. I'm going to go do a ping here with the Discord that I'm on. And then go over here, and press this button, and that button, and this button. Okay. Okay. So yeah, no. So they didn't fix Purse of Riches. I'm going to give a minute because I have some people I know who are going to come over. They did not fix Purse of Riches because, as far as we know, it's working as intended. Its next window is next Wednesday morning, I believe. Yeah, because it's the 11th. So it's Wednesday morning. So, if you want to go for it, you might have to get up a little early. So, chair, stay with me, chair. Yeah, that's fine. I always have better Mahjong games when no one is, or when I'm not streaming. Probably because I don't have to pay attention to chat as much. So I'm gonna try and be better because I've probably played like 10 games this morning. Thank you, music. I think I played like 10 games today just because I could. Anyways, while we queue... Never mind. Yeah, take the Fork Tower run. I feel like those are more rare. Ah, we're with Elise. Also, Parsnip is a great name. All right. Fruity, how do you analyze optimal strats for things like Pixel Alert and Deep Canopy? I can tell you in just a quick second. It comes down to the bite percentages. If the sum of the target bite percentage is less than, I want to say 45 or 40% of the total, like if the sum of the total bite percentages are less than 45% or something like that, then lure is more useful. If not, if it's like 45 to 60, then it's either or, and then over 60, you just use chum. Alright, let's get comfy here, because I know I'm playing some very good people. Oh, we're walking ourselves into this. Also, What for Dinner is a very good name, too. If you want to get even deeper, you look at bite times. So if the fish that you're going for is a very quick bite, so if you look at, like, say, Steel Razor, Record Killer, Bombard Fish, if it's a really quick bite, even if it's in the minority or the sub-dominant hook set, you could instead use lure rerolling, where you basically just wait until the window passes, which will be relatively quickly, and then you use its associated hook set's lure once to reroll, and then you wait 5 seconds. So you save yourself 100 GP and usually about 10-15 seconds. Yeah. It's not a fruity Mahjong stream unless all pairs shows up at least once. How many 4s do I have left? There's 3 4s left. I also have all simples. Don't like throwing these away. I basically have revealed that I'm waiting for specific tiles right now, and I don't like doing that. That's the one thing I don't like about Mahjong in 14, is the fact that I just am... You can see the discards. I don't like that, because you can kind of metagame. Spice this up a little bit. Oh, please don't tell me I just dealt it. Okay. You don't need numbers.
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
Did I not? I didn't get one of those 4s, okay. Get rid of the 2. Because the 4 is safe. And there's only 1 left, so we probably don't want to end on that. We can end on the 5s, though. This is the other thing that drives me nuts, too, is that when I'm waiting on, like, 1 of 3 tiles just to go into reach.
That should have been our tile, the scoundrel!
I've gotten better over the past couple of weeks with reading discards, just because I've been playing so much. Oh. Do you use Mahjong Soul? Yeah, I use Mahjong Soul. I don't use Ricci City. Because I know it is noticed. I get why they do it. It just feels very strange in comparison to, like, some of the other things that I use. I guess technically you do see it in Ma Soul and Rishi, because they physically move the tile away, so you can see if it's a gap or a not gap. That is true. Is that east? South wind, got it. Five, 6, 7, 8, 8, 5, 6. Okay, we're just gonna keep filling out this side over here. If we get a 7, that'd be cool. Then we could just have a double straight, or a double pure. Or not a double pure. No, yeah, double pure sequence. But yeah, learning how to read discards, Deathloon, totally worth it. Despite having a bunch of pairs, but those are part of sequences, so I'm going to leave that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah.
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
If we get our hands on a 7, I could drop the 9, go into all simples, and open the hand up. Talk about that earlier aggressive play. Parsnip's totally going for all simples as well, given the fact that they've only discarded fresh discards of honors. Ooh. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop that. This is a weird one. We're working our way back to all pairs again. 3, 4, 5. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, yuck. Let's break this. I know I shouldn't be breaking it, but I have a bunch of pawns that I can now make. I'm all open, or I'm all simples.
Oh, the horror! It was too painful to watch.
Doesn't matter.
Our challenger is down, but not out.
I'm not dealer, so that's fine. Me and What for Dinner are just kind of sitting over in the corner, dodging punches. Except now I am dealer. Let's see. Let's get rid of Southwind here. I want to try and keep that 2 because it's Adora. We can drop the Southwind as well. We have a 6, 7, 8, 9. A 5 would complete that. Six and 7, 9 is fine. Also, if anyone is chatting, I will get to that in a minute. I'm trying to make sure I don't die. I don't like the fact that I've gotten rid of 3 cells. That I don't mind seeing. Because that's 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. It'll be a weird hand, but it's a fine, it'll work. It's not going to be a high value at all. Have we lost an East yet? Not yet. No one's discarded East. Mahjong. Hey, Feral Vengeance. Well, this is awkward. Yeah, I knew someone had that. I probably should have got rid of that East a while ago. We're looking for a 3.
That should have been our tile. The scoundrel.
Never mind. Just reaching above 4th place. That's a lot of dots. That 5 and 8 we can probably get rid of. We'll keep the 3, 4, 5. I don't like this. We have a 2, 3, 4, and then this 5, 7, 9 is a bit weird. I still need to figure out how best to handle these. I will take the 6. But I'm going to drop that 5 and 8. Look at these. Now my guess is Ophelia is going to try and rush. If they can, they're probably going to try and rush up to... They're going to rush probably to an open hand. Because then I think they go dealer. I think they'll be dealer next. And then they can just stay in Hanba and force their way out of 4th place with just open, just rushed hands for 1-2 on each. And I would like to prevent that. Alright, 9s are going to be our pairs. That gives us 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Ideally, we get an 8 or a 6 right here. No. Specifically an 8. Now, at this point... Oh... 3, 4, 5. Drop to 6. This is weird because this is now technically a second pair or a meld of 3. The 8 is still going to be important, and 8 dot is going to be really important for us. No. I could have stole that, but I'm not going to. I don't need the 7 if someone would like to take it. Okay. What is going on with this hand? I will drop that. Because then we have a 2. Then we have a 4-5 weight. So I need a 6. Or another. Or I need a 6, basically, to finish this out. I may have also screwed myself up on that. Then we have a 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is where I start getting a little lost here, is because this is like a weird... There's multiple ways to build melds out of this. I'm going to drop this 3. Because if we're going to get anything, we need that 6. So what we're looking for is a 2 or a 9. Of which there is 1 9 left. And we need 2 pin, which are 2 dot, of which there are 2 left. Sorry, 1 left. Ugh, this is rough. A 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. I think that's a Yaku. So if I dip this, and if we get a 6, then I have a winning hand. But it will only work with a 6 pin, and that's all we're waiting for right now. And there's 4 somewhere out in the wild right now. You've discarded that. You probably don't need that. Probably. Yeah, I need a 6. I need a 6 dot. That is the exact thing that I need, and there are at least 4 unaccounted for. Nope. I've screwed it up. I thought the pure double sequence would have been fine. Or the mixed sequence was Yaku. Alright, now we're just going for not losing. Yeah, I know I'm in for a 10. Screwed up that hand. Now I just have to not deal in. I'm just folding it. If I didn't call that, that would have been fine.
That should have been our tile. Okay. The scoundrel.
Oof. Okay, well, we're not in... We are somehow in second place now. After that blunder of a hand. I need 3 of the same run. Yeah, I thought it was 2. I don't know why I was thinking that. Alright, 5, 6, 7. We can drop the 1, the 9. At this point, I'm just now trying to secure second. But if we end up in third, I'll be fine with that. Drop the 9. We need a fifth meld here. I'm hoping we get one of these. Ideally a dragon, and ideally a red dragon. But we shall see. How many wests are left? No. I don't like discarding middle tiles, but here we are. Okay, white dragon's not going to be as likely. There's 2 9s left. No, 3 9s left. 2 6s left. For this over here. Everyone say hello to Mrs. Snacks. She is currently watching. I could do this as well. Get rid of the red dragon. Because then I just need now a 7, a 9, or an 8 to finish this meld. Or a 5, which would then drop this meld. And then I would just have a 5, 6 open. Nope. Okay, there's 1 8 left. 1 6 left, so we really need that 8. Oh, I'm walking myself. That's an 8. Nope, I can't do it. Because then I have to rebuild the whole hand. I may end up folding this again. No. Oh? Pair? I think I have to take this because it's gonna be a 2.
But will it pay off?
It's a 2 pin, or it's a 2 dot, or not dot, 2 shoots, of which there's 3. Because this will be, no wait, triplet. 3. Oh no, it's a 4. Of which there's 3 available. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. But I need to do it, so. I didn't have any other Yaku. Yeah, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah. Shoot, I just wasted all that then. I didn't see that.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
Oh well.
Our challenger is down, but not out.
Alright, we stayed in... We're in third, and we get another round here, because Ophelia was dealer. Why are you so wide, chat? 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5, 5, 6, 7. Take that. Probably get rid of that 2 for something. We're gonna have issues with pairs, though. Now, technically, we have the 4, so we could drop the 7 if we had to. Or we could end up using something here, where if we get a 1 or a 4, we can go into all symbols. And then a 2 or a 5 would basically win it, but it's still a one-sided weight. Cool. Alright, so we'll do this and hope for a 4. We'll be a little risky here. 'Cause that 4 will get us what we need. No, I don't want to risk
challenger.
one's more likely
But
to be
will it
discarded
pay
than a
off?
4. If we get a 4 off the Ricci, that's fine. We just get access to the Hidden Dora. But let's not risk throwing ourselves into Furiton. Because there's 4 4-dots hanging out, and there's 4 1-dots, so there's 8 potential tiles for us.
What's this? A rival vying for victory?
So it'd be really nice if we could grab that and just scoot ourselves ahead a little bit. There it is. See, this is what I wanted to try and avoid.
We have our winner. You certainly made your mark this round. Keep it up.
Alright.
This was Metum, reporting live from the Mahjong table. Thank you, and good night.
Alright, once more. Yeah, there's a couple of little mistakes in there, because I don't know how I missed those 4 those four bamboos. No idea how I missed that. We were wondering about that. Congratulations on that win. Alright, so we're just gonna wait until we get a queue here. Let's see if anyone's coming up that we could go for that isn't... Is there a fish that's up that we can go for while we wait? Yes, there is. Let's kill some time with some fishing. Go to the catastrophicizer. My FPS is a little choppy, but I think that's just because of all the foliage. Has anybody else had issues with their 14 frame rate the past, I don't know, week or so? Because I did, and I did find a... Do we really? Okay. I was having issues with it for like a day, and then I finally found a solution for it. I don't know what was wrong, but I found a way to fix it. If don't even... I don't know. I am not the metric for which fish difficulty should be measured. It shouldn't. It doesn't usually take one cast to get Catastrophicizer. Yeah, sure, if you want the luck, you can take it. The only luck I need right now is on Heirloom Gold Grouper tomorrow morning, because that's the last 7.4 fish I have, like, no guide videos on. Oh, but I do have, I did update A Fisher's Guide to Eorzea. So, A Fisher's Guide to Eorzea is my text guides. Basically, it's... how do I describe it? It's almost 100,000 words on various fish and fishing in Final Fantasy XIV, and that includes the new fish. So usually I will write text guides for all of these fish. You can find them in the videos as well, like they're in the descriptions. But the text guides get moved over into this book, and there's 7 volumes, so each expansion gets a volume, and then there's like 1 volume on just like mechanics, basics, and strategies and stuff. It's a few hundred pages in total, but if you have a fish that you're struggling with, am I with a group of Lalafell? I am. I suddenly feel very tall. But yeah, if you're looking for a fish, I have text guides on fish that I don't have videos on. So, I say highly recommend all the time. If you are looking for specific fish guides, please check out the book. It's free, it's online, I just host it through Google Docs. If you want to download a PDF version of it, be my guest. I had one person download it, and then they were apparently going to try and get a physical print of it. Which is something I would like to do eventually. The fish I have left are all pretty well documented. Garlic whale cinder, yeah. Pumpkin, spumoni. Hey, DJ Spumoni. That's a reference I don't think anyone is going to get, except maybe Parsnip. Oh, boy. 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay, that's fine. 5s are our pair. My name is food-related, not because I was originally a Lalafell. When I first started playing this game, you know, back before the dinosaurs were evolved. Ooh, this is an opportunity. I actually started the game as a Lalafell, and then I went like Lalafell to male aura to female aura to
Scoundrel!
Cure. No, Cure, Elizin, Cure, Lalafell for a charity event, and then I became a male Vieira, and I've just stayed with that. I didn't start as an Aura. I changed into an Aura for Stormblood. Oh. We could probably get the 6 gone. I have enough, like, Fantasias now that I could probably swap between half a dozen races over the next hour and still be fine. Because I just never changed. The only thing I change about my guy is hair. Alright, so we have a 6, 7,
How will the challenger
9.
recover from this, I wonder?
Depending on what we get, we could drop that 9. But okay, let me pay attention here because we have a Ricci. What are you building? This is difficult to read. Probably simple.
That should have been our tile. The scoundrel!
Oh, that was almost a fully outside hand. Yeah, at that point I was pretty much going to go for a Tanya. All simples. No. Yeah, I've swapped between it, but it wasn't until it wasn't until Shadowbringers that I was like, okay, I'm staying on one thing, and it was Elizin, and then Male Vieira came out, and I was like, okay, we'll just go with them. I'm swapping out my honor tiles because that north isn't doing me any good, and I don't feel like I need anything else right now. Welcome to the Unemployment Club. Sorry you're here. Oh, I already got an E. Just get rid of it. One of these days I'll get big 3 dragons. I've gotten close a few times. I'm clapping because everyone else is. A 3 would be good here. Then we'd have a 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though that would throw me into Furryton because I have that 1. Whoops.
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
Oof. Yeah, I just entered that club a little over a month ago. I mean, if you are playing on OC, yeah, good luck with that one. But I have found in the mornings, if I feel like playing 14 and I feel like playing Mahjong, I just go onto my Japanese alt. I have an alt on.
That should have been our tile. The scoundrel!
Hey, that's fine. I have an alt on Tonberry that I was able to sneak in before it closed up. And I actually just today got that alt to 1600 in 7 matches, I think. I think it was. I have to go look at the screenshot. 2, 4, 2, 5, 6. I don't like any of this, but we can drop the West Wind because that can't give me anything. Six, 7. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna have to break one of these up. I have an alt on Materia that just finished Endwalker. Mind you, not the like MSQ or the not like the post-based like post-patch or what's the word it is post MSQ story yet. It did just finally finish like Endwalker. So I'll walk him through the rest of that over the next few months. That's right. I apologize if I forgot that. Well, I apologize for forgetting that. Alright, let's not deal in now that we actually have 5 melds. I have too many pairs. That much I have already decided. 6. Actually... Yes. Okay. All right. We're better now. Yeah, because that opens up a this opens up a potential 3-sided weight. Automod did not like that. Nope, don't need that. Gee, I wonder why. Hey, that's what Automata is for.
That should have been our tile. The scoundrel.
Alright, well, Spumoni is just getting lucky with their hands here. I am perfectly content. Excuse me. I am perfectly content with not. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm perfectly content with not dealing in. That is a lot of wind. And we're just gonna lean right into that. Yeah, Medum. Medum is one of the voices you can get now. I think it was Medum and Aaronville, I think, were added in 7.4. I'm waiting for Xenos to be added. If I'm straight up honest, Xenos 100%. Xenos, as much as I'm not a fan of the character, Xenos would very much match my playstyle. He would be bloodthirsty. I knew my friend could do it.
How How will the challenger recover from this, I
Oh,
wonder?
don't like that. Alright. Dots. Most dots are probably safe. 4, 7, 6 is for sure safe. I unfortunately may just have to settle with another third place here and not deal in. Because I am sitting on a lot of tiles that could be very... Yeah, well, south is obviously safe. West is safe. Most of these dots are safe. This 7 might not be safe. No. Should I just fold the hand? No, let's not go for that con. Yeah, there's the south. North, probably safe. Any sort of dots. Yeah, north is safe. These dragons are not safe right now. I will burn this hand if it means... Yeah, I'm going to have to fold this hand. Yeah, those, I know they're scary. I'm letting somebody else discard before I do. East wind is safe. Half safe. Somehow we formed a hand here. I don't know how, but we have. Oh, and red dragons are now safe again. Thank you, What for Dinner, for walking us out of here. Now, what do they need? A 5 might be safe. 9s I'm not convinced on. But it would have been the 9 would have been better than a 5. Less likely, at least. Oh, actually, no, it would have been safe because we had a discard here. White dragons are safe. Yeah, decent chance of safety with Suji. Yeah, that's what I'm using right now. So like this is definitely safe because they've already discarded it. Nope. We're gonna just... Yeah, I'm folding the hand. I have to. Because I know the 5 is safe. I'm also not looking at these guys as well, so I should probably be doing that. 6 is definitely safe. Yeah. I will happily throw 3,000 points away there. If it means I didn't deal in. What were they looking for? Oh, I missed that. Yeah. That was going to be either a really good hand or one that I was never going to finish. I'm proud of that one though. I that is probably the most proud I have been for a non-winning hand. West and 8. So I'm going to get rid of that 8. 5. Yeah, okay, cool. We have 5 melts here. What would be really neat is if I could pick up a 5 here. Oh, but no, that wouldn't work. We can drop West. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm very much in the... I very much was like, I'm not going to win that hand, so I might as well just not lose it. My motto with Mahjong is you play well enough to not come in last. You know, if What for Dinner drops a 4 or a 7 pin, swap that out for a second. Drops are a 4 or a 7 pin shoots, bamboo shoots. We can go for we can call it because it'll be all open, and I can just I could just end the match and secure a 3rd place. Yeah, there we go. 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, and we can secure
There it
3rd
is.
place.
The hand is decided.
Now I shouldn't have gotten to that 4. I didn't look at the Dora. That was a goof on my
Letting
part.
them think they stand a chance. I like it.
It wouldn't have mattered much.
This was Metam, reporting live from the Mahjong table. Thank you, and good night.
I just like to imagine Medem sitting up in like a balcony. Alright, hit back in. Fish, 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 fish. Fishy, fishy, fish, fish. Oh, here's the ultimate test. Let's see if we can do this before the queue pops. Parsip, thank you. Oh, I see what my... I don't know what it is with my back end on Twitch here. The manager just seems to like to crash every so often. Only thing that works is chat. Alright. Idloon, here is the ultimate test of streamer luck is can I get Diamond Die before this window pops? Not the pop-up notifications that are the problem. It's the fact that like my preview window just crashes, so it looks like... Well, it just stops playing, so it looks like I'm not streaming anything. That's not what I need to turn on. Is Mortimer at least working? Hold on. You all get a fish fact. For free!
The Kemp's Ridley turtle is the rarest of all sea turtles.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Mortimer. The Mora. Where is my minion? Do I not have a minion out? I don't. There we go. That's Mortimer. Like, actually, I just went into G-Pose and got a picture of him. Alright, so we're going for Diamond Die, which is a notoriously shy fish. But also it's not because Pearl Eyes are like the most dominant fish off this mooch. If you are ever going for fish in Lock Seld, Pearl Eye will always get in your way, and there's not much you can do about it. And no, that was just more pearl eyes. Checking off things that I've done today in my little app. Yeah, pearl eyes, big fishing haunt nightmare. How much of these timings and stuff do you remember, and how much do you read off your own resources? It depends on what you expect me to know off of the timings. I can't give you specific numbers for most fish, but what I can tell you is majority of fish that I'm going to run into, I'm going to assume that they are the longest bite in the hole, especially when it comes to big fish. When it comes to specific fishing holes, like Lochseld, it's not too hard to remember because everything's caught up a mooch. And then at that point, you don't really care about the timings. You mostly just care about getting the mooches. So I don't actually have a bunch of timings memorized off the top of my head. Some fish I do just because I was there forever. Like Snowy Paraxis, like anything after 22 seconds is more likely to be a cerule core. If you have Evelyn Trout, no, not Trout, the other one, the Gar, the Ice Gar, Ice Pike. If you have that slapped, you know, after 23 seconds, it's going to be a cerule core. Like, but I was also there for about 90 intuitions, just about like 11, 12 windows. So you just end up remembering those things, but I don't have a lot of it memorized. Beyond that, a lot of it's mostly just down to basically gut feeling. Like, this is likely to be a pearl eye. Just because I know that's roughly what the bite is, and Diamond Eye has a pretty long bite, if I remember correctly. Yeah, let me look it up. Diamond Eye, yeah. Yeah, it's like smack dab in the middle of the pearl eye window. I can't name every big fish, too. Like, that's the thing that I think a lot of people assume, that, like, I could just go name every big fish. Like, everyone can name Gen 1 Pokemon. Or Gen 1 through 10 Pokemon, or whatever generation we're on now. I don't follow Pokemon. So it, like, I don't have that memorized. It's usually, I know less than people think off the top of my head, but I also don't necessarily have to look up as much information as you would think, just because I don't remember the specifics about certain fish and stuff. I mostly remember patterns. And I think once you recognize the patterns in some of these fish, it gets a whole lot more easier to remember things. I am the only person in queue for this Mahjong game right now. Gen 10, it was just announced. I am aware because someone was like, "Hey Fruity, this one looks like it's water focused." And having a gecko water starter is really cute. But no, I've never really been a huge Pokemon fan outside of the Pokemon trading cards when I was a wee little kid. A wee lad. More pearlies. Let's see, diamond eye, diamond eye, diamond eye. Another 5 minutes. That's what I saw. Yeah. I have a bunch of friends who are like way into Pokemon, so a lot of the information that I know about Pokemon is like just learned by proxy, learned by osmosis, just by being around it. Go away. Yeah. Yeah, I think, like I said, most of my knowledge of fishing in Final Fantasy XIV is more strategy and aligned towards like teaching and stuff like that, not necessarily just knowing numbers off the top of my head. It's not really something you need to know. Like, if you really only need to know it if you're going after the fish once. And I'm not like going out and catching every fish every week or something like that. So, but yeah, there's enough that I'll just spend enough time that I just know it off the top of my head, but the rest of it I couldn't tell you. I look up a lot. I look up a lot of stuff at least. Just good at finding knowledge. That is such a good skill to have. Take it from somebody whose job is to learn things quickly, to be able to, explain things. Oh. Hey, Fruity Snacks is now on the first page of a Google hit. If you just type Fruity Snacks without Final Fantasy XIV, I'm on the first page of Google. Last I checked. Hi, Nimi. Thank you, Nimi. Monosodium glutamate. Glutamate. It's a great name. Yeah, I try and just give enough information. Oh, I don't like this hand at all. Ugh. Oh, yuck. I just try and give enough information in the guides. In the videos, you get enough information to be able to go catch the fish and get it through. Like the videos are very much here's what you need to do. The text descriptions or the text guides are more in line with like, here's what additional information you might need to know. The book that I mentioned earlier, Fisher's Guide to Eorzea, like all those volumes will have a bunch of information. I just filled out more info in volume 1 the other day. We can get rid of North. We can get rid of a lot of things here. Also, I am like 1550 against a 1620 and two 1900s, effectively. So, good luck to me. Damn it. It looks like I'm going for all simples, but in reality, I just don't have a good hand. break that 5 yet, but if I'm going to get rid of that 5, I need to do it soon. MSG. MSG is from Halicarnassus. It's worth noting. Where's my water bottle? There it is. Yeah, I think I could be doing a better job of teaching some of the... I think I could be doing a better job of teaching some of the more, like, here's how you can make your own decision stuff. Or 5. It's a bunch of open weights, so, like, I'm fine with it. Except this one. That's a closed weight. Or an edge weight or a closed weight, but... Why is it that I have the really fun games when I'm not streaming? Kill that off. That way we technically have a 2. We have two pairs just in case. No, thank you. No thank you, and no thank you. Alright, so we are going to need a 5, of which there are, or a 5 dot, of which there are 4 unaccounted for. We could use a 3 bamboo, of which there are 3 unaccounted for. We could use a... Nine. Forgot that. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. We need a 9, 6. We have a lot that we need right now. We just aren't getting it. But to those of you who are just joining, I just saw we have a little surge here. Welcome in, welcome in. We are currently trying to not lose in Dome and Mahjong right now. Spooky. What I could really use is a 6 or a 9. Do I want to call Ricci right now? I don't...
A bold move from our challenger.
I am going to.
But will it pay off?
I know it's a 3. I know that we probably don't have many 3s left, of which there are at least 2.
That should have been our tile.
Yeah.
The scoundrel.
I probably should have just held off on that with only 8 left, but oh well. It's those calls where it's like, I don't have a Yaku, but also, what's the likelihood of me actually getting the tiles that I need for 1,000 points on a safe discard with only a few tiles left in the draw? Probably worth it. But yeah, we're currently just trying not to lose in Dome and Mahjong here. Which is easier said than done. That 9 isn't going to help us at all. Knowing me, I'll get another 9 on my next draw, but... 7, 8, 8, 9. Okay, that's a thing. If we get a 7, that would be cool. Or even a 6, we'll drop a 3. I'd like to see a pair. So the 6, the 3 dot, the 3 shoots.
How
Red
will
dragon.
the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
That's kind of scary. And then those 9s. That 9. I have nothing to work with on this, so we're going to go with the safer discards.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
Oh, well. Oh, it was a one-sided weight.
Oh, even I felt that one. But our challenger's still standing.
I was thinking 3 was safe. Because I wasn't going to... Like, the red dragon felt like it was going to be the higher need there. If there was logic behind the 3 being more dangerous, please let me know. Yeah, that was not going to go well. Three and 7 are the most dangerous tiles in the game. Oh, okay. That's newer information for me. That's good information to have, though, in the future. I still would have thought, because I would have had the first red dragon discard, that was going to be the most dangerous tile. How many 7s was that? Okay, I need to focus here. 1, 6. We can break something up here. It'll probably end up being... Yeah, I think I'll break you up, because I need a 7. Conversely, I should have kept it and then broke up the 2 and the 4 and just gone for a one-side for an outside hand. Shoot. These are the decisions that I need to get better at making.
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
Yeah, so I know about Tsuji. The issue was I had 4 tiles to work with, and none of them were numbers. They were discarding honors, so I guess in theory I could have just been like, oh, they're discarding honors, I should probably discard an honor. But it would have been the first... It would have been the first discard of a red dragon, and I didn't want to run that risk? What? Oh, okay.
Oh, this could be a real game changer.
I swear, if that 3 screws me over again. Thank you. Whoa, whoa! Oh, yeah, no problem. Weighing on a 7 dot. Yeah, if I didn't...
That should have been our tile. The scoundrel.
If I didn't drop this, I could have gone for the outside hands. Just get rid of that. Alright, now we're just in a fight for third place. Let's see. Alright, so we can get a yeah, we'll take the con. Why not? Already have them. And we're definitely going to keep that, because that's a Dora. I get dealer next round, so if I do my usual aggressive fun time, it'll be a little bit better. I'm not going to take this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, shoot. I'm not going to take this because it's not going to help me. If I get a 5, I can start breaking this all up. I have my pair of norths, so that's fine. The goal here would be to end on a... The goal here is going to be to end on an open weight, and I don't think that's going to happen. No, because you're my pair. He says, getting another pair. I have recovered from worse. I'll take that for the Dora. I've recovered from worse. But I really need to have the tiles with me here. And I need someone to discard a 3. Wrong 3. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I just have to keep an eye out, too, that I don't deal in. Again, not the 3 I want. I'm getting every other 3. No, because you are my pair. So we have a one-sided weight right now, but if we can get a 5, we can turn it into a 2. And still only need that 3. I just have to be careful. I need to keep an eye on, I need to keep an eye on discards. How many norths are left, by the way? Just not enough.
Oh, the horror! It was too painful to watch. Our challenger is down, but not out.
Okay. That wasn't my fault that time. Alright, giving a good hand. That's a good start to a hand. Alright. That's a good 1, 2. There's 4, 5. Okay, cool. We have a good start to our hand here. Drop that. So ideally we get 4, 5. We get our own 7. We can drop a 6. Or ideally we get another 4. You are now our pair. Probably should have broke that up. I really probably should have broke that up, but that's fine. So we still have plenty of pairs over here, because that's a meld plus a pair. That's another meld, so we can start breaking that up. 2, 3, 4, yeah. If we get rid of the 1, we can go into Tanya.
A bold move from our challenger, but will it pay off?
4 or a 7. There is 3 7s and 4 4s. All right.
There it is. The hand is decided.
Let's get this climb going again.
Beautifully played, my friend. Beautifully played.
Alright, we're in second. Let's not screw it up. That 8 isn't going to do me any good, because I'm going to need a 7 anyways. But if I get a 4 or a 7, I have 2 melds right there to begin with. Yeah, someone can take that if they want it. My pair could be the 2s, but that's iffy on anything. Let's drop the 6. Too many pairs, but that's 1, 2. Technically, I have 5 melts though, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I gonna walk myself into that again? Yes, I think I am. Because if I can get one more pair, then I can just start pawning and just go for all triplets. Dora's 8 of bamboo, so I don't have to worry about that because I don't even have it. Okay, so now if I get a 1 or a 3, a 6, or there's a 6 or an 8, I can just start pawning. We're just gonna go straight for all triplets at this point. No, I don't want people knowing that I have 8s. He says to streaming to a couple dozen people. That I will pawn now, and I will drop the 2. So we're looking for a 6. Not that 6. Not that either. Definitely not that. Oh, that's painful. Yeah, well, we'll get rid of it. Ideally, we get that someone discards a... How many 6s are left? It doesn't matter. We need a 6 or a 1 now, and there is 1 1 floating around, and I think 1 6 floating around. Yeah. So this is now just a battle of luck. There's a good chance that we end this in 10 pi, or we end this on a draw. Nope. Never mind.
And with a kiss from Lady Luck, we have our winner. You certainly made your mark this round. Keep it up.
We are 600 points away from first. Oh, you had to give me this. Oh, I don't like that 9, but I'm gonna like it. I like it more than a 1. South we need to get rid of. I will happily take a closed red dragons. Because now we can just get funky. At this point, I just need to win. This is really good music for this, too. 6... Okay, drop that. The edge weights are not as valuable because I can't convert them into anything. So the reason why I got rid of the 1 and the 2 compared to the 9 and the 7, even though they're both on the edges, is that if I get a 6, I can drop the 9 and now I have an open weight. But I would like to see an 8 pin. I don't want to see. I would take another red dragon because I have all of them. So I will happily take a con on those. That might be risky. But there's still 2 more 7s and 9s out there, and that's, yeah, so that's our pair now. So what are we missing? A 5 and an 8. That's it. Oof. Five and an 8 dot, specifically. There it is.
There it is. The hand is decided.
Recovery.
Letting them think they stand a chance. I like it.
Oh.
The
Hell
titan
yeah.
of the table, tactician of the tiles. Brilliantly played.
That was so lucky. Alright, let's do at least one more here. Conversely, we should just end on that, but we're not. Let's see if we can get another thing going here. We'll see how long that takes. Never mind. Okay. All right, so three, 6, 7, 6 pairs are nice. That 2-3 is good too. We can drop this 9 for that. That gives us 5. That we have 6 melds here, but that 6-8 we can probably get rid of, or the 9-7, 9-8. I can convert this. If I get a 4, I can convert it into all simples. Alright, even though we just had a great comeback there, our expectation is once again, don't come in last. I don't care about Norths. Alright, that's 5 melds. With 2 pairs, just in case. That I outside of the fact that this is a closed weight for a 7, that's not a bad hand. And that's one step from Ricci, so if we get a 7 character, that's a Ricci. Ideally, I get a 4. So I can get rid of that. Thank you. Alright, cool. So now we're in all simples as well. Yeah. I'd like to not have to be in that weight, though. I don't want to be in a closed weight. If I could get a 7, that would be cool. Plus, we have the Dora. We have a Dora. No one's discarded a 7. No one's discarded a... Well, that's 7. No one's discarded a 7 or a 7 dot yet. Alright. Kazra probably messing with simples a bit. I'd probably say bamboo shoots or numbers would also be used. Would probably be what they have. That would give us 10 pi, but I'm not willing to do that yet. Oh. I'm gonna pass on that. Because, I mean, I have...
Oh, goodness gracious me.
Nimi was about to do what I was going to do, which was just go into a
Our
stealth...
challenger is down, but not out.
Go into a stealth, go for the stealth runs. Oh man, being able to open with closing up a edge weight is great. Cause I guess just 3 melds to work with. This is gonna be a little weird to play with. That's great to see. Cause now I don't have to rely on the 7s for the pair. I don't need this 9, but just in case, I'm gonna keep it in case, you know, something comes up. I will most likely discard it relatively quickly. Yeah, like... no, actually, no, that 8 would have been better. East is safe to discard as well, so I can go ahead and do that.
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
The red dragon's still a little scary. Never mind. Red dragon was scary. It is no longer scary. Cool. We love to see that.
Oh, the horror! It was too painful to watch. Our challenger is down, but not out.
I wasn't healer. Let's see, that's a lot of dots. Burn that one. I think in the end that red dragon's gonna need to go. That 7 shoots is gonna have to go. These might just be my pairs. Not sure what to do with that 1-3-6 yet. Technically it's a closed wait because we have the 1 and the 3. I don't like that though. I'm not going to call Chi on that. Love that. Okay, so we can break the 1-3 now. Yeah, we can definitely do this now. We can get rid of this. Because we have a 6-7-8. So we can go back into all simples. See if we can end on a good weight again. Okay, you can take West. They're working. They definitely have a Yaku lined up. Weird though if we get another 6. 6 dot, because then we could do an open with an. Alright, well, we're going to figure out what a double sequence there is going to be like. Okay, so if we get a third 6 or a 9, that would be cool, because then we can just drop this 5. I don't want to drop the 5 because that's risky, but it would give us the 5, the 4-7 weight. I mean, we could also drop the 4-7 weight and still get it, but this is now our pair. What's a Pikau again in English terms? I haven't really learned the Japanese ones outside of whatever I've already been using. And Toy Toy, just because Toy Toy is fun. Okay, I have to call Ricci on this one. Identical sequences.
A bold move from our challenger, but will it pay off?
I don't like calling a 5, especially because they could grab it, but if we can get a 4 or a 7, of which there are plenty. I didn't have to call Ricci there, didn't I? Oh well. We'll go for the Hindora. 4 and 7 are good discards too. Like those are good ones to be waiting on in my experience. So we'll see if anyone actually falls for that trap. Oof. Good
What's
cross.
this? A rival vying for victory?
Thank you.
There it is. The hand is decided.
Oh no.
You certainly made your mark this round. Keep it up.
Goodbye. Oh yeah. I the pure double sequences I probably then didn't have to call Ricci there, but I'm fine with it. I didn't get punished, as they would say. Alright, door of a 3 dot. So there's an opportunity for that down here. Yeah, I'll take an 8. Yep, yeah. I'm trying to get better at that. Like point management, and you know, if I don't have to call Ricci, don't call Ricci. If anyone, this also reminds me, if no one has seen the news yet, Square Enix, specifically Final Fantasy XIV, is now officially sponsoring a professional Mahjong league in Japan. It was announced... I'm going to hold on to that, even though I don't need it. It was announced earlier this week. I think actually it started the March 1st, so it would have been last week, I think, actually. Drop that 5. I'll take a pair of 5s over a single. So now Final Fantasy XIV is like officially supporting or sponsoring a Mahjong league in Japan, and apparently whenever someone calls Ricci, they have a graphic come up on screen. It just says Reach, and then Alpha and the Moogle are like right next to it. You have a realistic chance of getting it, then call, or your dealer, call Ricci, okay. I don't think it's M League. No, it's hold on, let me look it up. Sent it to a few people. That's very tempting, but I'm not going to. I'm basically waiting for one of these 3 tiles, and I'm calling all symbols. It is the... Let me translate this. It was in Japanese. I guess I could also just start playing Pawn. There's only 1-2 left. It was the Professional Mahjong Association. Come on, game. Game. Thank you. Yeah, no, it was some other league. But how many 7s are left now that I'm thinking on that? 1, okay. Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping that we see some updates to Mahjong in Final Fantasy XIV. That's what all that was leading up to. Screw it. We're gonna go for... We're just gonna start grabbing all of the pawns that we can, because there's no more 7s left. And I want to try and beat Naimi to a hand here. And also, I need to figure out what to do with this red dragon. This is my most dangerous tile right now, I assume. Let's turn on tile markers. Yeah. That is a very dangerous tile. Okay. Yeah, it was right after, like, it was announced right after their game. They did. What was it, last Friday on the 28th or something? Oh, do they? I'd like to play in a club or something, but there's none near me. Or I should say there are some near me, but they're like, the nearest one is like an hour away, and I don't feel like driving an hour to play Mahjong. Alright, we'll take note. Oh, so glad I held that. That was almost 3 little dragons. Oh, man, that was rough. Let's see. How are we going to build this out? Get rid of the edges. I want to do... I don't know. So I've been trying to figure out how to do more, how to like balance more of the, like the fishing stuff and the Mahjong stuff, because I know people want to see fishing stuff. And like I was saying at the start of the stream, I'm going to be doing the learning fish train soon, and I'm going to start doing, on nights like tonight, I might just say, I'm doing a fish train, come join me. And just open that up for folks to come join. So I'm going to try and do that more, but I'm trying to find that balance of like, I want to do more Mahjong. I want to see how far I can get into Mahjong Master before the end of the expansion. So I think like trying to balance all that out, plus finishing like Dave the Diver. So I think the next stream will be definitely Monday night. That I don't know what will be Monday night, but I think Mondays and Thursdays I'm going to start making my like definite my definite days for streaming, and then maybe something on the weekend. Because Tuesday, Wednesday, Fridays evenings during the week I'm busy, so. I will break this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we gotta break something here. Thank you for telling me what is going to be broken. Alright, so we're in second. It's East 3 and we're dealer. We don't... If I get a 4... No. I will get rid of that 2. I don't need the 6. But I have 4 pairs right now. And this is going to be my pair, it sounds like. Because that's the second 4. Excuse me. Which means I need to start building out. I need to start opening up these other tiles. So if we could get a 4...
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
Yeah, one of those. That would be great. This we could also do... Hold on. No. Unless I just got Suji trapped by... No, I mean I didn't. This will become a meld, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the thing we need to be careful with. Unless I've turned this into our pair. Yeah, I like the idea of having a middle open and then have the edge be the pair. But I still need a 4 or a 1.
That should have been our tile, the scoundrel.
Or we can just end the game. Oh, it's not from... That was from Nimi. Hell yeah, we're still in second. Alright, so at this point, I just need to bum rush a win. that uses the 5, and I think I'll have more points than Khazra for a first place win. Because that's a 5, 6, 7, a 1, 2, 2, so those are 2 melds. That's another meld on the 5, 6, and then the red dragon. So if we can get this, if we can get a red dragon, that'll be great. If we have to force our hand open, we can. We'll take a pair. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So we can get rid of these 3 tiles right here. The 7, unless we get an 8, then I'll fall off that bridge when I come to it. I could go for a half flush, depending on what I draw. But no, with that 4, we're not going to go for that half flush anymore. Yep, because that throws us right into Tenpai on a 1-2. And ideally we get it off Khazra, because that guarantees a win. This is 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 2, 2. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we're in Tenpai already, and we just need a 1, 2, and there's 2 of each. A sumo would be okay. I think that would get us below. So if we either want a sumo, like we want to draw that 1 and the 2, or we get it off Khazra, and that's a win. That should be the win.
There it is. The hand is decided.
Should be. Yes.
Letting them think they stand a chance. I like it.
Damn.
The titan of the table, tactician of the tiles. Brilliantly played.
Oh, you can't see it, but Khazra still ended up getting 1600 for the first time off that. Oh, I felt good in those 2 matches, though, Naimi. Naimi, is it Nimi or Naimi? Because I've been saying Nimi this whole time, but I'm also really bad at pronouncing names when I just see text. At least like Twitch tags and stuff like that. So let me see where Denmo's at right now, because that's who we're going to go to. Okay. Nimi works. It's finished, so it's more of a Niami with a short A. Okay, I will do my best to try and remember that, and by not changing anything, I guess. You're welcome, Mithloon. But I actually think I am going to end it here as well. We've been going for 3 hours. We had a nice 50-50 split of fishing and Mahjong. Like I was just saying, I'll be back on Monday. Monday, I think we'll probably do Dave the Diver. If we don't do Dave the Diver, it's going to be like Mahjong for a very good reason. Like I have a bunch of people to play with or something. I don't know. But we'll probably do Dave the Diver on Monday, if not next Thursday. I'm trying to just figure out exactly when these days are going to happen. But Dave the Diver will be back soon. So, if you enjoyed watching the stream, please consider following or subscribing here on Twitch or on YouTube. It is always helpful to do that, and it will give you a notification of whenever I go live. If you don't feel like doing that, you can also follow me on all of these places, including Blue Sky, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I am more active, I will say, on Blue Sky than on Twitch, or not on Twitch, than on Twitter, or X. Sorry, it's Twitter to me. But you can follow me there as well. Zalgog, thank you for that Prime subscription. It means a bunch. Also, Mel, I think I said earlier, you resubscribed, so thank you for that as well. Alright, so again, I will be back on Monday. I might be back this weekend as well. It's a birthday weekend for my wife and I, because hers is also this weekend. So I don't know what's going on. But you will definitely see me again on Monday for something. And so stay tuned for that as well. I hope you all had fun. I know I did. It was great to finally have some Mahjong games where I actually did well on stream. But until then, if you are watching on YouTube, thank you. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're gonna head over to Denmo really quick. But again, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you